Hello everyone, this is a well-rested Crota coming at you, giving you a game between Fly and ZhouXixi. This is an Orc versus Night Elf matchup, and it will be taking place here on Twisted Meadows. Going to go ahead and follow Neo TV so I can see everything that's going on, as we see Fly spawning as the red Orc here at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, over here at the 2 o'clock position, we have ZhouXixi. Night Elf versus Orc, as I mentioned, red versus blue, not confusing colors at all, and I am looking forward to these games. Now, once again, I do want to apologize for yesterday. I had thought, hey, it's a 40-minute game that's highly rated. It must be non-stop action, and it just turned into a long, drawn-out match with no one really doing anything for a long while. So I kind of got sleepy in the middle of the cast. I didn't even think I was tired at the beginning of it, but towards the end, I just couldn't inject excitement for something that was getting a little rather dull up until the very end. Now, what are we going to be seeing here? We see Fly still opening up with the standard. Most likely it will be a Blade Master. Yes, Blade Master versus a Demon Hunter. Most likely, yes, that is going to be the case as things are getting underway. Now, if you by chance didn't get to watch that particular replay, my apologies, I did take it down. It just wasn't a reflection of what I thought was a good cast coming in from me at all, and I didn't want it to look bad on my part. Now, in this Night Elf versus Orc matchup, I am expecting a Demon Hunter, Beast Master, Goblin Tinker opening coming in from the Night Elf player. How can I be so certain? Well, these strategies have really been fleshed out over a long time, and Blizzard hasn't really made any real balance changes to Warcraft 3 in quite some time. I believe the last patch was about three or 4 years ago when they changed the armor and the masonry upgrade on towers, and that did have a very profound impact on the game, making it so that human towers only had a maximum of 8 or 650 hit points instead of 800, which really got a bit out of hand. Now, what are we going to be seeing here? ZhouXixi now making his way in. He's going to clear out this 5-3-3 creep camp really easily. Meanwhile, the Blade Master wants to come over here and disrupt. He has wind walked, and will he perhaps be able to steal a little bit of experience? That is the big question there. All right, Demon Hunter attempting to take down the Null Warden, and the Null Warden ends up getting sniped down, and the Blade Master, doesn't snipe the second one. The Blade Master's wind walk strike actually on the lower end of that strike there, not enabling him to steal that kill. Demon Hunter does have 26 to 48 damage, rather high at this point, and this is a problem for ZhouXixi. Night Elf players have often seen this particular issue where they are trying to creep, and the Blade Master is just so close by, constantly harassing, that there's not that much that can be done. Because the Ancient of War was creeping instead of training units, he only has one archer on the field, hence the very small army count. There is an Ancient of Wonders now being built in by ZhouXixi, and I like the positioning on this Ancient of Wonders. By placing the Ancient of Wonders right here, it protects all of those wisps in the background. Alright, meanwhile, let's take a look at this. The Demon Hunter getting in a couple of easy quick shots onto some grunts here as the Blade Master now heads off to the north. The Blade Master, as you remember, was low in terms of mana, so he's not going to be able to do all that much. Quick cancellation there as the Ancient of Wonders currently sitting at about 290 hit points, and this is where you got to be really careful. The Demon Hunter now needs to position himself in such a way so that, the archer is now in the back here, and now the Blade Master is trying to come in and take down this Ancient of Wonders. We may see a forced cancellation here, and yes, there is the forced cancellation as a Moonwell now gonna get taken down as well. However, that Blade Master has taken a fair bit of damage as he's now going after another Moonwell here. Alright, the Wisp are hiding in the backfield, able to do exactly that. And you can see that, you can see exactly what's going on here. All right, this Moonwell is perhaps going to get taken down. The Blade Master does have Dust of Appearance, hence the Archer does not have anywhere to hide. As you can see, the Moonwell has been taken down again. All right, this Grunt down to 46 hit points. It looks like the Archer does heal himself or herself up, and now the Blade Master is actually might be in a little bit of trouble. There is another mana burn there, and the Blade Master, who is very low on hit points and doesn't have any healing salves, will be forced to go home. But Fly has played extremely well and has really saved a lot of low hit point units. And at this point, the Blade Master is going to head back. You're going to see that the Voodoo Lounge is up. He's going to buy two healing salves very quickly. Use those charges across all of those units as another grunt getting into position. The perfect idea of teamwork, taking one for the team, taking a giant glaive in the back just so that your brethren can survive. Good teamwork here coming in from Fly as we are now, or from Fly's units here, as the Orcs now going to be running to the back. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is down over here. There is that heal, as we saw that one Orc grunt was down to 5 hit points. Now, we are looking at ZhouXixi actually pushing forward with not a Beastmaster, but a Fire Lord. This very heavy archer-intensive strategy could actually spell certain doom, as we are looking at a Tauren Chieftain now coming in. Alright, the Fire Lord is just going to absolutely start to try and raise this base, and you can see that the Orc burrows are taking a lot of damage. This is going to be bad news here, as you can see that the Blade Master is now making its way in. Alright, the Fire Lord does not have Soul Burn. He actually has Lava Spawns instead, and there is a Speed Scroll used by Fly. Fly is just taking control of this game at this point, as that low hit point grunt is running away, and now the low hit point archer trying to get away. Is it going to be able to get away? Yes, the archers, doing a good job, but however, wind walking past one of those archers there. Beautifully done. Meanwhile, we saw a mana burn onto that Tauren Chieftain. The Tauren Chieftain, however, has Endurance Aura. I don't quite agree with mana burning a hero that is not going to be using any mana whatsoever. Lava Spawn's attempting to take down and perhaps split here. I don't believe this one Lava Spawn is going to split. Nope, there he goes down, as we now see the Blade Master attempting to run back. Alright, Lava Spawn going after the unit, or going after the Blade Master here. The Lava Spawn could continue the attack here, and so far you can see that that Blade Master has taken a fair bit of damage, and there is now getting up to level 2. Are we going to see a mana burn? Yes, we do, and that Blade Master now down to 98 hit points, but still alive. Alright, Druids of the Talon already being added to the field, as we are going into Tree of Eternity, and this is a very aggressive play from ZhouXixi. If he can perhaps get enough going together, he could come out ahead, but the problem is that the Fire Lord is pretty much out of mana. The Lava Spawn needs to start splitting. That has not been an efficient Lava Spawn yet. None of them have been efficient, as that Lava Spawn, I don't quite know how many attacks he needs to split, but he is not going to do so, as he is just far too low on that timed life. Alright, Demon Hunter now pulling back here. Fire Lord now pulling back. You can see the Ancient of War getting into position to do a little bit more creeping, as that Fire Lord is still sitting at level 1. The Demon Hunter did get to level 2 in all of the action, but not much is really happening. That one Wisp is perfectly positioned. Are we going to perhaps see a detonation? No, the Wisp is now just making its way over. And are we going to see a detonation here? No, we are not. Yeah, there we go. There's a detonation onto that Spirit Walker to try and remove some of the necessary mana. And now this one Tauren Chieftain has taken actually a fair bit of damage from Focus Fire from, I believe, these Forest Trolls. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain still sitting at level 1. The Fire Lord now sitting at level 1, but has a Sobi Mask, which is a very strong item at this stage. Blade Master may try to steal the kill here, and yes, he does steal it. And now the Blade Master is attempting to run back away. Let's see. There is a mana burn. There is a Fairy Fire keeping track of it. Druids of the Talon are at Adept training. We should be getting into Mastery training momentarily. Yes, there we go. And it looks like it is going to be a Fire Lord Demon Hunter push instead of the Goblin Tinker Beastmaster variety. Now, the Fire Lord does work out fairly well, but we can see that he has an Orb of Venom. This does come as a... No, I guess it doesn't come as a surprise, as the Fire Lord will most likely be going for Soul Burn at level 2 instead of the... I believe it's Incinerate. I don't know the spells of the Fire Lord that much. So rarely do you ever get to see it. Kind of like... what? Trying to think of a level 6 spell that you rarely get to see. Big Bad Voodoo coming in from a Shadow Hunter. You rarely ever get to see, as the Goblin Tinker now makes its way in. Alright, there you go. There is a Quick Ensnare. There is some Spirit Link coming in as well, as a one Shockwave just absolutely tears through one of those units. Alright, the Peon's actually going to work onto the Clockwork Factory, working quite well there. And now we are seeing this battle and engagement. There is the Cyclone up on the Blade Master. The Blade Master is actually very low on life, and we are going to see this constant fighting here. All right, so far that Fire Lord is doing a good bit of damage. Are we going to perhaps see? Yes, you can see that the Fire Lord is actually trying to separate some of that damage, making that Orb of Venom really go to work. And what's happening is that Orb of Venom does deal a lot of damage over time. You can see that 10 damage over time there. There's a new lava spawn. And are we going to perhaps see some Goblin Tinker or Goblin Tinker action? All right, some more action coming in. And this Fire Lord, this ranged Fire Lord, actually dealing a fair bit of damage, as now we see a potion of invulnerability being used. All right, there is a mana burn. The Blade Master down to 115 hit points, down to 46. One more shot should do it. There it goes. There goes the Blade Master. And a Staff of Preservation saves the other unit. Scroll of Town Portal. And a very, very quick turn of events. Yes, I do believe that Fly is now behind. He did end up losing a lot of units, but what is surprising about this the most is that I believe the Orc is still ahead in terms of supply. 52 compared to 31. Yes, the battle definitely went to ZhouXixi here, but the war may still go to Fly, as Fly is resurrecting his Blade Master, and that Blade Master will be out and ready to go in just a moment. All right, Demon Hunter sitting at level 2. You can see the Fire Lord still sitting at level 1. No Sobi mask. I am surprised by that. The Fire Lord is often a mana-strapped hero. Why would you sell the Sobi mask off of that Fire Lord? That it comes to me as a complete baffling surprise. The Fire Lord now sitting at level 2 needs to pick up some other items, but not quite sure what can really be done. Perhaps the Fire Lord is going to grab the Tome of Intelligence. No, not even grabbing. Oh, who's going to grab it? There we go. Fire Lord now has 70 mana. That is going to work out well, as we are looking at the Druids of the Talon still working their magic off over here. We do have double scrolls of healing and 1 potion of invulnerability on the Fire Lord, as the Fire Lord has now become the main damage hero of the Night Elf army with that Orb of Venom. All right, here we go. There is the engagement. There is a Cyclone, and this is forcing an engagement from Fly. All right, is Fly going to try and engage here? So far, it looks like this one Raider is end up going to just sit here and just Cyclone himself up. Raider, oh, actually gets out. Complete surprise there. How could you let that unit go? That was a complete shock, as the Blade Master now making its way over. The Blade Master looking to perhaps snipe down one of the heroes. There's the Blade Master unable to get a Windwalk strike off, as the Goblin Tinker now tries to get back. All right, this is going to be bad. There is the ensnare onto the Tinker. Here is the forced engagement. The Goblin Tinker. All right, Demon Hunter quickly using the Scroll of Healing. Are we going to transfer the... Oh, no. No transferring of the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Goblin Tinker is now between a rock and a hard place, as he is just completely on the wrong side of this Goblin factory. And now I believe there is the GG. ZhouXixi ends up winning that first battle, but loses the ward, as Fly takes game 1. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.